I've been guided that I'll have some in-depth conversation with you tomorrow at the technology conference, where we will do our keynote address, especially on matters regarding the ICT ecosystem in Uganda and the investment opportunities therein. So today, what I've been asked to do, this is just a greeting opportunity where I will say, habari zenu, mwasize mtya, opango, mlileje. We are so much excited as UCC for this invitation. When Goba approached us to brief us on this forum, we are highly excited because we understand that a developing country is defined mainly by three gaps, if you may. The technological gap, the savings gap, and the skills gap. The technology gap is very, very critical. That's where ICT comes in. Because it took about 70 years after inventing the tractor for the tractor to come in Africa. It took more than 45 years, around 50 years, for the X-ray to come to Africa, when it had been invented in Europe and the Western world. But it takes instance, if you may, when an app is invented in the valleys of San Francisco, instantly Ugandans will be able to use it. Instantly. It never takes 40 decades in the ICT space. So this is a very critical stage in the involvement of humanity, where all of us agree that this time around, Africa should not be left behind. Because in the ICT space, when we are left behind, there's no catch-up. So we should run where our colleagues are working. We'll be giving you assurances that in Uganda, UCC are the regulator of this space. We are trying our best to ensure that Ugandans get comparable ICT services. Comparable, yes. Today, when you look at connectivity, especially in the major growth centers, the capital, Kampala, and other growth centers, our connectivity is fairly comparable to connectivity, I would say, in New York, in New Orleans, and elsewhere in the US. When we talk about the Gs, yes, transistor, we are frog leaping 3G to 4G at speeds never witnessed before on any service front. As we talk today, close to 70% of our country is covered at 4G. We leapfrog the 3G. Before we reached 60% 3G, we leapfrogged it to 4G. 5G is deployed in Kampala already, and you're watching the space for 6G, which we know that's living labs, and I can see us also leapfrogging 5G at certain level, maybe in the next 5 years to go to 6G. We've built the infrastructure that is preparing Uganda to get fairly comparable ICT services. And we know that ICT services are very, very critical to whatever business you will be talking about. So tomorrow, when I come here to give our keynote address, we'll be telling you deeply what we are doing in this area as regulators to make sure that competition is working well. That's what does the miracles. when you have competition, when you facilitate the private sector. The private sector has done what governments failed to do in 70 years, in 80 years since the founding of the telephone. In Uganda, we had less than 2% of our people were covered by a telephone 25 years back. Today, we talk of 42 million SIM cards in the country. We talk about 19 million smartphones. We talk about a sector that's growing at more than 16% year on, 16%. So, tomorrow we'll be delving into this deeply. And again, I'll be sharing with you where we think the opportunities are for you to come in and invest in this area. So I want to thank you, Gobla and your team. We want to thank you, our people in the diaspora. We know how important you are to our economy. So when we come here, it's real work. We know that we're interacting with the people who are real stakeholders in the developments happening back home. Thank you very much. Let's meet tomorrow when I'll be giving our keynote address on the ICT ecosystem. Thank you.